Joining us now is Curtin University's Dean of Global Future, Joe Siracusa. I guess we always suspected this, Joe, and actually have done, but does this poll prove he's toast now with a light spread of butter and Vegemite on top?
Oh, yes, Pete. Good morning. Look, Joe Biden is gone. This poll, and I take the New York Times Siena poll very seriously, has Donald Trump winning by 5 points. The election were held today. And 47% of Americans think that they disapprove of what he's done. 57% of Americans think that Donald Trump could do a lot better than Biden in terms of the economy, inflation, and immigration. And that leads to our second poll this week, Pete. You know, Donald Trump is king this week, and the Gallup poll proves it. It shows that the #1 issue in American life today is immigration. It's gone from 20 to 28%. And as you can see from the Biden and the Trump dueling session down at the border, that Donald won that one hands down. I mean, it just looks like he can't handle it. Now, only 3% of Americans worry much about foreign policy. So, you know, we could discount the significance of dropping TV dinners on a beach in Gaza. I mean, I am just sickened by these pellets coming down with food and no water and medicine. I mean, I don't know what Biden's doing. He's pretty desperate here. But look, there's no doubt about it that Donald Trump has got a lock on the presidency. He's got a lock on the nomination, and the American people are moving in his directions. Well, now, the one thing we haven't mentioned about those great stock market things, you know, the S&P 500 and the Dow, is they're anticipating the return of Donald Trump. They've already factored in the Trump victory. So, you know, that hey, this is very important because they're waiting for this guy to come back and let the good times roll.
Well, let's get back to let's break that up a little bit, Joe. Get back to the border. And here's the problem that Joe Biden's got is that his vice president Kamala Harris was supposedly the border czar, right? It was her one job was to fix the border, and she flopped on that, right? So they don't even have a backup there. It's plain sailing for Trump when it comes to the border.
Look, I don't think Kamala Harris could find the border with a map. I mean, she doesn't know. I mean, and look, she can't beat anybody, you know. And you know, she makes a lovely press release, and you know, God bless her. I'm sure she has many good qualities. We just haven't seen any of them in 3 years. I mean, she just looks hopeless. And you know, and that's why I suppose. Governor Haley looks so good is because Kamala Harris looks so bad.
Well, I mean, how long is she going to look good for, though? Because isn't Super Tuesday going to wipe her out?
Oh, Haley's gone. Now, I see this morning that she said she doesn't want to run for the no labels thing. If she thinks she's positioning herself for 2028 or 2032, she may have another thing coming because the Republicans, like politicians in this country, they don't appreciate disloyalty. They see her as being very disloyal. But look, there is nothing that's going to stop Donald Trump from getting reelected or running over his opponents. And look, he could have all the trials in the world. All the cases against him are unraveling. People who have made charges against him or who are running the campaigns against him, they're going to go to jail for lying and fooling around and all the rest of it.
So do you think he's going to keep trying to settle scores once he's president when it comes to all of that, Joe?
Pete, I would.
well, they've tried to settle a score with him, right? That's what we've been doing for the last 4 years.
That's right. I mean, I grew up with Sicilians in my neighborhood. That's all they do is settle the score. I mean, yeah, he's going to settle the score. But, you know, in American politics, if you live long enough and you last long enough, you get even with everybody, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, sleeping with the fishes, as they say.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Trump will fix these guys good. And look, he could just ignore them. What I like about when Donald Trump becomes president, he doesn't care about Harvard or the Brookings Institution. He doesn't care about any of the think tanks. He just brings his buddies along with him and just runs a roughshod over the economy. And you know what I like? You know, the thing about Trump is what you see is what you get. You know, there's no mystery about this guy. There's no secret Rosetta Stone to what he's thinking. What he says is pretty much on his mind. And the reason people like him so much is because he reminds us all of ourselves, you know. He's sort of the unfiltered fellow that we'd like to send to Washington one day. Yeah. And you know what? He made the trip.
The drunk uncle on Christmas Day, Joe.
That's right. That's right.
Except Trump doesn't drink. Anyway, Joe, good to see you as always. We'll chat to you again soon.